Welcome to the Oh My Makery tutorial on how to do a knit stitch. This stitch is referred to as a K in most patterns and is the most basic stitch. So here we've cast on 10 stitches. To do a knit stitch, you take the right hand needle, you push it from the front to the back of that stitch. So if I just show you that, it's going from the front to the back of the stitch. Then the yarn goes around the back and through the middle. And again, I'll show you. Do it here. Do that again. Goes around the back and through the middle. And then usually with a finger on that needle, just push it down. So it's underneath the stitch you've just knitted into, and then you slide it off. Front to the back, around the back needle, push it off. Front to the back, around the back needle, you push it off. When you've done a whole row, you simply turn the work around. You go again, front to the back, slide it off. And as a beginner, you'll probably find that you knit quite tight, and that really doesn't help. So aim to keep it quite loose. You can always tighten up later once you get the idea. Okay. The Oh My Makery patterns anyway require a looser tension. Front to the back, around the back needle, through the middle, all the way through. Gotten to the end of this row, I turn the work around, and you can just start to see garter stitch is what you get at a knit stitch. These little bobbles. Okay, so I'll do another couple of rows, because as a beginner, feel free to watch this as many times as you like. Through the back, slide it off. And the looser you keep the work to start with, the easier you'll find it. Now I find as well, pop your thumb at the base of that stitch. Just there. Can you see how it opens it up so you can get the needle in a bit easier? See what I do here? I pull it down, the needle goes in, which just works a little bit easier and gives you more control over the work, because you are holding then onto the work. And your other yarn, there'll be all sorts of ways of holding this bit. To begin with, you might find that you just want to physically hold it like that and put it around. Hold it, put it around. And there are many YouTube videos, if you search for, beginners knitting or whatever, and different techniques, and you will establish your own way of holding the yarn in your right hand. I tend to pop it over my middle finger and tension it with my first finger. So you just keep going and going all the way. And you're not aiming for speed. That's not what these patterns are about. As you get better at knitting, as you do more of it, you'll probably get quicker. But that's not important, unless you're knitting something for a birthday that's next week or whatever. You're not knitting for speed, you're knitting for enjoyment, and that to enjoy is the speed that you feel comfortable at. You turn the work. Now, generally speaking, when people talk about the right side of the work, this cast on tail will be on this side, so your left side. When you're on the wrong side of the work, the cast on tail will be on the right hand side. Okay. Fortunately, garter stitch is the same both sides, and that's why it's a really nice stitch to start with.